Alright, so before I get started, this is going to be the second half to me changing out the starter. When I was changing out the headlights on that side, my GoPro memory ran out. So, and I only have 32 gig for right now. I'm going to do the starter, show you guys real quick. So it should be pretty easy. I'm just missing one screw. It shouldn't matter. I only have the bottom one. I don't know if you can see it. And then I do need to take, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could take this off, but you know, I think I can just fit it through here, but we'll see. Whatever makes it easier. But yeah, I gotta take off my power. And if you guys are just wondering, I don't know if I explained it in the other videos, but my short ramp, this is actually for a GSR, like, you know, the GSR manifold, the original one. That's why it's sticking up a little higher. I don't know if you can see it. And in this short ram is just a 2.5 short ram that I customized with the K&N air filter that's down there somewhere, and you know, just made it into a quarter. So it works and it sounds pretty dope. Too bad I don't have a recent a video of me smashing on it. So I got the headlights in. The one thing that I do have to know on that is later on tonight, well, it's gonna be too late, but on my day off, whenever I have it off, I'm gonna have to readjust my headlights because this side shoots really low and really really far to the right, and that side on the passenger side, it shoots very high up. But I lowered it yesterday because this side is a little easier to get to. There's the screw down here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's up here, and then there's the other one right here. So this one is the one that controls the left and right, how far you want it to be shooting right or left, and this one is up and down. So I adjusted this one, and the same as those, I adjusted the up and down beam. But as you can tell, my power steering is in the way, and the screw is like right there. So that's the one that controls it to shoot left or right, and I need this one to shoot left more because it's shooting to the right a lot. I made that one over here to kind of account for that for now, so I can see the middle better. And also, I'm just waiting, you know, waiting for my first paycheck. I'm gonna get me power steering fluid from AutoZone or O'Reilly, and I'm gonna get me a belt to get that started because I want to run power steering. All right, so for the DIY or how to take it off, all you're gonna really need is, you know, a 3/8 extension. Probably need a shorter one, but I'll probably use that for now. I think it's this 14. Like I said, you gotta take off the battery just to be safe, you know, because if you don't, you can really hurt yourself. So let's loosen this. I'm taking this off. I'm gonna take off this because you could just unplug this one, and that's gonna be a 12. So I need to get me a 12. All right, that's tightening. It's loosening. So I'm gonna take off my starter now on the shorter 3/8 whatever adapter. I only have one bolt, so it's kind of sketchy, but the reason why is because when the motor was apart and I was rebuilding it, I didn't take the time to torque some stuff down, which happened to be a starter bolt, and I believe I used a short 14 that goes on the bottom, you know, the really long one. I used a short one when it was supposed to be long, and this one is super tight. So 14 mil bolts, and that's not even the right one because it's tapered at the end, at the tip. Now I just gotta navigate it through all this wire and water hoses. It came with a CTR tranny, so I just used it ever since then. I guess it's not too bad. It's not grind up. It's very shiny, so you know the contact gets a lot of contact in there. And this is the new one that I'm gonna try to put on. And this one looks pretty bad to use, but you know, hopefully it just starts better though. That's the only thing I'm looking for. No. But I'm gonna clean it with some throttle body air intake cleaner. All right, so right now I'm just checking to see if it's threading. It seems to be threading on the bottom bolt of the starter. I thought it was stripped, but I guess not. See if there's any metal shavings. No, it looks pretty good. This bolt, it's very long. It's a little bit too long. When you stick the starter in, it's gonna be this bottom one right here. It's gonna be like this. It goes into the block. And the transmission is going to take up like about 2 inches. and I still got like half an inch right here to cover. So let's try this. All right, so I think I figured out why this starter doesn't work, and it sucks why it's so hard to start. So I don't know if it has enough light. You see how this one, it's sticking up. Let's see if I could get a better angle. So it's sticking up, and that's not good. And it looks like it's barely contacting that shiny spot. You compare it to this one's nice and flat. Both ends, it looks like it's been contacting everything on both plates, or both of the copper thingy. That's this one right here. And just from the bottom, it looks pretty, pretty even. Compared to this one, you can tell it's been beat up pretty good. And you can see it's kind of like tapered. It's very tapered actually. And I'm talking about this side, so it's been grinding down, so that's not good. And you can tell this one is super flat, nice surface still. I don't know if this one's still savable. If I was to knock this thing back down, grind it a little bit, I guess. And I think it's probably because of this actually. There we go. So I guess that was the reason why. I know why. Because this nut's not tight. So it moves. Damn it. I'm gonna make sure this one's tight though before I do it. That's probably why it hasn't been starting, because it hasn't had full contact on both sides. Alright, so I just dremeled the copper plates for contact and to have a better smoother contact, and looks pretty good. So I blew it out too with my air tank, and I grind this down nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna do it to this one too, but this one looks worse than that one. I don't even know if this is savable, but I'm gonna try anyways. That's it, and I'm gonna put it in. And also I did check my 14. I think it is stripped. Let's try that again. I'm gonna put this starter back together. If you don't know, all it is just this plate in the back. It goes like, I'll put it back together right now. So you put this in, and you put this over, and then 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. That's it. That's all it takes to put it back together. And the reason why it wasn't working on this one was because of this screw. When you tighten up the power, it turns the internal part. So you got to make sure that part doesn't turn when you install the power cord, and then you tighten it up with the nut. So that's why I figured out why it wasn't starting. So that's that. I'm gonna put it back together. So like I was saying earlier, spring, make sure the spring's on. You put it inside the shaft. It's pretty straightforward. When you push it down all the way in, it's pretty smooth. And this one already has the gasket seal on top of it. Put the 3 screws on. Well, you guys get the point. I'm just gonna try to hurry up and do this because my battery's about to die. I'm gonna switch it out. Well, I got it back together. No parts missing, and I'm gonna check out that bolt, because that shit's, pissed me off. But yeah, because I only have the short little stubby 14 that's tiny up to the tranny, and I need the one to the block. That one's the one that holds the tranny in too as a support. All right, I think I got it, guys. Got the ground on. The only thing that I advise everyone be careful with, because like mine, it doesn't have a stopper. Normally you should have a stopper. So when you tighten it, you do not want to twist the screw. The reason why I was having starter problems, it has to be. And also I think it's supposed to have a double nut so it doesn't twist. This thing, I'm not gonna over tighten it. I'm just gonna tighten it and let it be. So I'm gonna use a 12 so I can see if I'm twisting it or not. So far so good. Okay, I think that should be good. Let me double check. I think that should be good. Whew. Hopefully it works. So I got less than 15 minutes to record. And we're gonna just pop this power back on. Okay. I'll grab my 13. Make sure it goes all the way down. And then be careful not to touch anything. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be so pissed. Spent my whole morning doing this. And hopefully it starts. Alright, starts up like a champ. Alright, you don't know how happy I am. Fix the starter issue. Having to push start by yourself sometimes really sucks. And so that's why I prefer parking right here, because you know I could just reverse, roll back, and then I put it in reverse and then pop the clutch. And if you pop the clutch, then it starts. You know, when you park in the street, you gotta push it, or you know, just keep clicking. And that's the main reason why I think, you know, when you try to start it all the time, it's always sending gas, and you're wasting a lot of gas. So hopefully this is gonna solve that problem for me too. Now I'm just gonna clean up and get ready and upload all of this stuff on the laptop and edit later tonight when I get home. My other solution would be, if you're gonna rebuild your starter, is you have to go get those little copper plates that I was showing you guys earlier and replace it. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys.